Hey, good morning, everyone. How are you? Sorry, caught me off guard a little bit. How's everybody doing out there on YouTube, on it's X now, and Facebook? Just a second here. We're going to kick off the trading room, and we will be running. All righty, let's go. There we go. Good morning, everybody. Hello, Bobby, Nethers, Roasted, Mike, JW, Emma. How are you guys doing out there? Are we ready? Today's Tuesday. Tomorrow, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of trading going on tomorrow, and certainly not on Thursday, just in case anybody didn't know. The market, I think, is likely to be a little soft and whatnot, but overall, the market is absolutely bullish. Hey, good morning, Bill. Good morning, Stu, Bobby. Yeah. Hey, let's take a look. I've got the Qs up. Let's talk about the Qs, okay? Right now, the Qs remain bullish. Everything remains intact that I particularly want to look for. Price is above the T-line. T-line is above the trend indicator. What I would love on the Qs, and I've mentioned this for the last couple days, is to be up here. We need to be above this 508.35. And what that will do is start to negate that bearish island reversal there. So we really need to get rid of that. And we're headed that way. I mean, it looks good. If we take a look at the SPY, bulls are there. I had talked with somebody after the market yesterday, and they were in a bit of panic mode because we failed to make a new high. And I had to remind them that the market fails to make new highs all the time. Go look at the chart. I mean, you can see right here, we failed to make that new high, but yet we climb. It's the overall trend. It's not the action of one single price day. It's the overall trend. Also, the probabilities, the first time over my years, this little thing I've learned the hard way is the first time we try to break out of recent highs, it rarely makes it that very first time. I mean, it does sometimes, but overall, we get that little failure. We could even pop up a little bit more. We could have come up a little bit more yesterday and failed. We could even broken out, held, and actually failed today to the downside. But it's the overall trend. Remember, we're trading the overall trend, and within that trend, we're trading the action of price to newer highs or newer lows, whether you're trading long or short, and then we're going to profit based on that, okay? So right now, the Qs look very bullish. If you take a look at diamonds, they still look bullish. We have a doji up here and a pull, and right now pre-market a little bearish in Gulf kind of. I wouldn't put a whole lot of weight in bearish in pre-market actually. But when you think about it, we're up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Hey, this thing needs a rest. Let's not beat it up. Let's not talk bad about it. It's doing a great job. Take a look at IWM. Rockin'. Oh my God, that tall wick scares me. Why? Why would it scare you? It would indicate that we might be setting up for a bit of a pullback, certainly a little softness in here, but there's no way in the world, under any circumstances, does that candle mean that price is going to do this. And that's what people are afraid of. And please show me where that happens. It just doesn't. So trade within your trend. If your trend gets too spread out, you might want to take a back seat for a little while. Let things tighten up a little bit. Another one of those 36 years of experience right there. All right. Hey, T2123 is looking good. We're still bullish. Pulled back a little bit yesterday afternoon, but seriously, we're going into the holiday week. I mean, come on. price is going to be a little soft for a while. Soft today, I would imagine as well. So be a little careful there. All right. I want to throw this out there, and reason is I'm just as proud as punch about it, and I want to share with everybody. These are the positions I'm holding. The Road to Wealth account, Project 3000. The Project 3000 part is the fact that we started it with $3,000 7 weeks ago. In 7 weeks, the account is up 55%. These are the positions we're in. I want total clarity. This is totally transparent. Anytime you want to know about the Road to Wealth account, just ask. Members know that. We'll pop it up. We'll take a look at it, what positions we're in, what we're doing, how much we're making, how much we're losing. Go from there. So this is not one trade, by the way. This is the entire account. And I'm about to nail the whole double, and then we're going to double it again too. Okay. So I think there's a very, very good chance I close out my Bank of America today. I think there's an extremely good chance of that. DXCM, I think, is still working fine, and I'm currently still holding the NFE and UEC. And at this point, I have no plans to close it out, but I don't know how today is going to play out, and I will keep you updated on that. Okay. And here's that Bank of America. You can see that we're moving up. My target is 48.06. I'm close enough. And I'm thinking that I just might want to take that profit off the table because of the risk. Most traders, at least ones I talk to, when they all they think about is risk is, okay, I'm going to buy this stock and I'm going to put my stop in there because I don't want to risk the kind of money I'm going to lose. And that's what most traders think of. They never think of what is at risk. So as an example, I've got, what is it? $195 at risk right now. And this is plus money. Okay. Now that might not seem a lot to you, but on a $3,000 amount, that's huge. Just wait 7-8 months when that number is $600, $700, $800. When the money grows or when the account grows, then we will buy larger positions, and then that number will be there. We're getting there. So this is risk. I don't want some nonsense political BS to happen over the weekend, and then I wake up Monday morning and this account has gone down there. Maybe not very far, but I've just risked $195 and I just blew it. So the chances of me closing this today are pretty much 100%. Anyway, that's what we do with the Road to the Wealth Project 3000. All right, I've got three charts I want to take a look at. And then we'll take a look at what you guys have out there. Okay. First of all, I want to look at Rivian, and I want to congratulate a few people. Roasted is somebody in the Hit and Run Candlesticks trading room that has acknowledged she's been, in Rivian. And I want to just reach out and give a big shout, congratulations. And I also think Rivian has more upside. However, I don't think this is the place to be buying it. I think what we should do is let it rest a little bit, let it set up and come to us, to our, and I say our, it's like whatever your entry mechanism is. My entry mechanism is a pullback, what we call a PBO, pullback opportunity. It can be a couple of different things. Let's see here. We can have below the highest high in the past 5 days, and then we get a bullish signal like that. That's one of my mechanisms. We could have it where the same thing happens, but it's in a 3/8 trap. That's one of my mechanisms. Another mechanism would be we just run up here and maybe we consolidate for a number of days, and then all of a sudden we pop out of that box. That could be a mechanism. So I've got a couple entry mechanisms, and I'm going to wait for that. But I plan to buy Rivian. It looks like it's got some interest. It looks like it's going somewhere. but I don't think I'll be buying it today. The next one is a stock that everybody, you're more than welcome to say, told you so. Everybody can say, well, you were bashing this stock a week ago. I was. And okay, well, now I'm starting to look at it. And the reason I'm starting to look at it is because it's coming into my world. SMCI, I bashed it hard. It was still in a downtrend, and I have no interest in a stock buying long when it's in a downtrend. It's rallied up. It has not given us yet what I need to see, which is that low, high, a pullback for a higher low, and then breakout. It hasn't done that yet, but it is starting to set up. It is getting there. So I am not interested in buying SMC right here, certainly not today. What I'm interested in is for this chart pattern to set up probably above here. There's the 50 period moving average, above that 50 period moving average. And then it will, if it can hold there, it will soon be a rounded bottom breakout. We have some absolute rules for that. For those that watch the YouTube video, check in the description below. The video has a link to the rounded bottom breakout. Members, don't, you guys all have it free, so don't worry about it. So anyway, when it becomes that rounded bottom breakout, then that will be my first point of which I start to trade it. And then I'm looking for it to move up to the dotted deuce in the 200 period moving average. And of course, trade above that if it gets there. Okay. And the last one I have is, a lot of people are talking about Intel. They really are. And that's okay. Intel has lost a lot of trust, I think, in the past. Poor Intel couldn't get off its feet. But let's face it, at some point, it just might. And maybe it is. So we are in a rounded bottom breakout right now. I think Intel, as far as the chart goes, I think is set up very, very nice. We've got this pop to the dotted deuce. It failed the dotted deuce just like it's supposed to. It pulled back, put itself back together, and now it's trying to break out of that dotted deuce. Earlier this morning, I mentioned that, I think it was on the SPY, I mentioned it, that when you put in a top, and then when a stock starts to break out, and I'm going to call this, a possible, it tried to get through there and it fails. And here it failed yesterday. Well, what it's doing is looking for a crack in there. Price is looking for a crack. And right now, I have every reason in the world to think it's going to find it. I have no reason to think it's not. And if I'm wrong about that, well, your stop is about right here, so your risk is relatively low. So looking at Intel, where do you want to be in? Do you want to be in here? I'm talking to myself. So Rick, where do you want to be in? Do you want to be in here, or do you want to be into the breakout? Well, I'm going to have to make that decision. Now, this week being the holiday week, I'm not really interested in trading. But it doesn't mean that I might not, just a tiny bit. The point is, Intel is looking pretty good to me. I like what it's doing. So let's see what it does today. For those that are in it, if it pops up, then hey man, you're the smartest cats we've got here. So way to go. Okay. Yes, Ron. Yes, Intel is getting some government money. Yep. Barry, SMCI has earnings today. Thank you. Okay, we'll get that out of the way. 2 thumbs up. Thanks for sharing, Barry. I appreciate it. Let's see. Devendra, take a look at LYFT. Okay. I'd have to say bullish, wouldn't you? Would you agree that that's bullish? So let's do this. Look at that beautiful trend, okay? And notice I'm not drawing lines from here to here to here, If you need to do that, then go ahead. Nothing, I don't mean you, Devendra. If everyone needs to do that, you go right ahead. I can clearly look at that chart, and honestly, I think you can too, and say, you know what, that's a bullish trend. So that's a check mark, right? Check mark. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look at this chart pattern And I'm going to call this what we would call a gap and trap. So there's your gap, and here we pull back into the trap. Now, right here would be the trap, but this is a trap for me too. I have a couple different traps. So up, back, we're in the trap. We're back up over the T-line. What a nice chart right through here. Absolutely excellent. So let's do this check mark. I think it's all set up. We have targets up here. So put another check mark, check mark. The market overall is acting pretty good, right? SPY, right? So let's put another check mark. Man, that's looking like a trade. That's looking like a trade. Earnings are out of the way. Check mark. All right. So we've got all these conditions that are setting up before we push the button. And we want as many conditions as possible. And I think that is a nice, nice chart. Okay. Devendra, thank you very much. Thank you. Let's see here. SAVA. Hey, Carlos. Yikes. That happens. Yeah, that happens. Ouch. Look at that. Yeah, I'm glad no one had that either. Can we talk about this for a minute, though? So Carlos here in the room says, hope nobody had SAVA. So I would argue, why would anyone have it? We want charts that's in our favor. And I realize we had this big pop right in here and then totally negated the next day. Yesterday negated. But I look at this chart and this long consolidation. Why would anybody have it other than just a flat gamble? Just a bona fide flat gamble. That's all that would be to me. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. Just a flat gamble. The weekly chart does look better, I got to admit, than the daily. But overall, it's just not a good trending chart, is it? Where's the trend? Sideways? Well, that looks not good. Anyway, just wanted to say that. Excuse me. Let's hear Stocknut. You're stocking MDLZ. MDLZ, there we go. So for me, MDLZ is going to have to turn the corner. The corner is going to be when we have a trend in those red dots, just like this right here. Okay. And it actually is similar, isn't it? So here we have these red dots down. Here we have those red dots down. See, we have the green dots up. Well, that's what I want to wait for. Green dots up. I'm not overly interested in being there for that first move. I want it to move up and I want it to rest just like that. Give us that 3-8 trap. Give us that PBO pullback opportunity. And then we can look to trade it. I'll keep that on the list though. Thanks. That's what I would look at right there. Let it get bullish. Another way is go intraday. If it starts moving up, you could probably get the same chart pattern, green dots, on an hourly chart. That may work right there too. So, all righty. Are we all good here? Are we ready to hit the day running? Make some money. Remember to watch your stocks first. That's the most important thing there is out there, is to manage your account first when the market opens. Let the market have time to kind of wake up, have a glass of orange juice, maybe eat a pancake, who knows. But stretch a little bit and then get out there and start looking for some trades if you are into trading today. Hope to see everybody in the trading room. You guys all take care. And Hit and Run Candlestick members, we'll see you in about 25 minutes, okay? Take care. Thank you.